luck out there, MP. Ain't ready, MP. Time to warm up. Get ready to rock. MP, you're my favorite player, man. Oh.
Ticket packages and single game tickets are still available at your nearest ticket booth and online. Get your tickets today.
The fans have been waiting for it. They want to see the debut of MP. Hello, fans. Welcome to this presentation of the NBA Sunday night action right here on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the Los Angeles Clippers against the Golden State Warriors here in Chase Center. He's checked in for Curry. The Clippers also changing it up. Jones checked in for Zubac. Dunn comes in for Powell. And Simmons subbed in for Bogdanovich. And if you talk to guys who know MP, who grew up with him, they'll all say that he lets his game do the talking.
And he's got a very business-like approach to himself when he's on the floor. MP can dish it back if you come at him, but for the most part, he's letting his numbers speak for themselves.
Green, no luck. The Clippers trail. Leonard with the ball. Now Payton defending. So for the Clippers right now, Leonard and Jones slot in at the small and power forward. Harden out there with Dunn, and it's Simmons in at the 5. Jones sets the pick for Dunn. To the paint, second shot opportunity. Jones, no luck. 1:02 left in the first. Pass to Murray. Now Podziemski. Podziemski gets the screen from Murray. A shot by Podziemski. No good.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and you for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
Here's Leonard. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Butler against Harden. Now here's Butler. Defense is right there. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Jimmy's got the ball. Jimmy can be a menace, so Butler keeping the defense guessing there.
Here's Leonard. The 15-footer. Good. Leonard's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. The Warriors on top, up by 2. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from San Francisco. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game, stats-wise?
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive on the defensive end, showing active hands.
You know, they really made a lot of good quality reads down there. Took some chances, but feeling more calculated than risky.
Some kind of shooting in the backcourt for him. It's Curry and Heel. Murray out there with Jonathan Kuminga. And it's Post in at the 5 spot. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Healed the pass to Murray. It's MP attacking. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Hey, Shams, we know you've reported on so many big trades that did happen. Were there ever a few that were close to happening but may have fallen apart at the 11th hour?
I always wait until things are 100% confirmed, but listen, there's always a trade or two that's viewed as done but just does not happen, whether it's sours, whether something falls apart. There's always one deal or two that falls apart at the trade deadline or in the offseason. But I try to wait as best I can and make sure that when I report, it is confirmed.
Outstanding. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks very much. James Harden is still a factor at age 35. He says, I'm more than a scorer, so for me, it's just impacting the game at the highest level. Kevin, he's led the league in scoring 3 times, but he's also led the league in assists. So, pretty much true. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Oh, don't forget, he rebounds as well as any guard right now in the NBA. Green's checked in for the Warriors. Podziemski's coming in for Hield. Zubac is checked in for Los Angeles. Bogdanovich comes in for Amir Coffey. Shams, with as often as you've interacted with front offices all over the NBA, have you noticed any changes with how franchises operate with both the players and the media and that relationship and where it may be headed?
Everything has to be more specialized now in the organizations, but you're seeing true partnerships develop with teams and their players, especially their top players. Teams have to pay more attention now to data, to metrics than ever before. And the relationship between your top players in the organization, that is very, very important. And the teams that do a good job of managing relationships, of managing expectations, that is clearly what separates the elite teams with the bottom teams. And certainly players in today's generation are very, very polished when it comes to the media.
Oh, you framed that so well.
And that's Harden. He can beat you equally off the dribble or off the catch.
MP looking around. It's MP muscling his way for 2. And Shams, I've always wondered, watching you, reading you, when did you first fall in love with the NBA? And when did you decide to cover it?
Really, when I was around 10, 11 years old, I grew up in Chicago right as the Bulls dynasty was starting. I wasn't quite old enough, but I was old enough to see some of those scrappy Bulls teams in the mid-2000s. And basketball was always a part of the national discourse, but also part of my life playing it, and then now being someone that's able to inform the audience and the public.
You know what? I'm looking up and down this table. I think we all feel the exact same way.
Got a contestant Pete from out there. He is more than capable from 3.
Harden the pass to Zubac. Inside, here's Bogdanovich.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was. Bogdanovich against Murray. Outside for Curry. Back to Murray. 4 on the shot clock. Fires away from way outside. It's hauled in by Zubac.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
And Shams, what an absolute delight it has been having you courtside with all of us tonight. Thank you so much for taking time to join us. It has been a true pleasure.
Thanks so much for the invite. I can't wait to do it again sometime. I'm honored. I'm privileged.
Oh, we are going to hold you to that. Thank you again. Always so much fun to have Shams join us. No one with a better pulse on the NBA.
Man, Shams is always the first guy to know about the big moves around the NBA. Love hearing what he has to say. Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Murray for three. They get it again. Podziemski's shot is good.
And a better box out saves them 2 points there.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
Fires top of the key. Chalk up 2 there. Harden's got 5. MP has been leading the charge for the Golden State Warriors. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with them. And we'll be back with you shortly.
Hold on, I just got an alert on my phone. Ooh, half off bowling after the game tonight. Who's in?
I imagine Shaq probably throws that bowling ball a little too hard, Ernie. I don't know.
False. I have a finesse game, Kenny. One time I hit a sit-down shot from the seats behind the lane.
Shaq's like a trick shot artist out there. He's diving. And returning our attention to this game, a solid first half for Golden State.
I love the depth of this team, man. Their subs have been huge tonight, giving them a scoring punch that they needed most.
And credit their coach for a rather liberal substitution pattern. He mixed and matched beautifully in that first half. And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. MP really making a difference here.
Yeah, and I don't know if anybody saw this offense coming from him, but it's been key for his team.
Yeah, and I'm not sure coming into this game he felt like he could dominate in the way he's doing so now. Been phenomenal.
And a big part of perimeter defense, Greg, avoiding screens. Checked in for the Warriors.
Get him, MP. Your time.
Clippers trail by 4. Taking a look at Los Angeles. We'll see Powell and Leonard playing the forward spots. Bogdanovich out there with Harden. And it's Zubats in at the 5 down low.
Yeah, he's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
Check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Pass to Powell. Harden with a screen on Murray. Powell for 3. Draymond Green pulls it in. Green's got 6 rebounds in the game.
I hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
No doubt that Butler continues to improve his passing. An excellent playmaker, really wants to make his teammates better.
Staying healthy and rested has been, Brent, a challenge for this Clippers team.
Well, of course, Kevin, this affects every team throughout the course of a long season, but yeah, the Clippers have had a really tough time keeping their stars healthy. Their fans have been patient. Their ownership has been patient, but patience runs out. At some point, you want this team to have that full health and that full run to maybe get after one of those titles.
Butler against Leonard. Bounce pass, Butler. Shot clock at 5. And it's Green with the jam.
If he can get his steps together, Draymond Green will throw it down.
There's a minute left to play here in the third. Powell with it beyond the arc. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Podziemski's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
A bit shocking that he has not registered one made field goal in the quarter, guys.
Here's MP. Book it! MP with a tough shot. And we may have an injury here. That does not look good.
And this would be a terrible blow. Hopefully it's less serious than it looks.
Well, looking at his face right there, you can tell he's in a lot of pain, and there's a lot of trepidation right now on that team's sideline.
And the Clippers making a change here. Jones is checked in. Here's Bogdanovich. He's got 8. The 3 from Harden. Now here's Powell. Fires for 3. Rebound by Butler.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Outside Leonard. Jacks up a 3. He can't hit that time. And so it's the Golden State Warriors holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Some kind of shooting in the backcourt for him. It's Curry and Heel. Kuminga out there with MP. And it's Post in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the group out there for Golden State.
And I love the way he uses his size there to make sure he gets that board.
Curry making the defense look helpless.
The halftime break was good for him, allowed him to step back, calm himself down, get himself in the right frame of mind, and now shots are falling.
Harden outside. Here's the 3. It's rebounded by Golden State.
Well, after an impressive first half, he's just not been able to get the room or get anything going here in the second.
Here's Curry. And they call the foul, so he's got the and 1 chance here to make it a 3-point play.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Their accuracy in this one has just been on another level. I mean, the 3 ball keeps falling, and the defense just hasn't been able to run them off the line.
And I feel like there's been an old school aspect to what they've done tonight, and that is pounding the ball inside, getting it down low, getting those looks in close. That's been effective.
Yes, that goes in. Jones has got his first 2 points. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Murray outside. Oh, MP makes it look easy.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
And here's Bogdanovich for three. That one, no good.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Curry gets that one through the hole, making now 7 of 13 in this game.
On the offensive end, Curry both prolific and efficient.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. Both teams making some changes here. The Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. .157 left to play here in the fourth. From 15 feet away, MP, no good. Clippers have gone just 2 of 8 in this fourth quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. Oh, and the dunk by Jones.
Well, Leonard usually has humble assist numbers, but that doesn't mean he's not going to keep his eyes open.
Pass to Moody. Here's Post. A trend in the NBA, and one, Brent, that I like, new downtown arenas. They seem to be everywhere.
Well, Kevin, it's because you love to eat so much, and the restaurants are nearby, so walking distance helps. But yeah, it invigorates the city. You have people clamoring to get to the arena, to get out of the offices early, and it really brings the community together. So you love to see that kind of energy and buzz around any NBA stadium.
Jones sets the pick for Bogdanovich. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Golden State's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Warriors.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for MP.
Now, this was a showcase night of his skills offensively.
Lock at 6. Murray, good.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Brett Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.
They really thought they had a chance tonight.
They talk the talk, but you walk the walk.
So how you feeling about your recent play?
Not gonna lie, Coach, I feel pretty good.
What's up, everybody? I see MP's made his way into the starting lineup. That's good for him, his team, the fans, everybody.
Visualize a win tonight. Then go out and take
Hottest team in the land coming through.
The Golden State squad coming through the tunnel earlier with the Warriors. Hello out there, and get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the New Orleans. And already, Coach, some teams have found their rhythm, while some others seem to be way off to start.
Well, Brian, that can be for a lot of different reasons. Maybe you've changed your system from the year before. Maybe you've changed your roster significantly. Maybe you have some guys who didn't come in as ready as they could be due to conditioning or injury. Every situation, every team has a different set of challenges.
All right, let's take a look at New Orleans' starting lineup. Murray and McCollum make up the talented backcourt. Zion Williamson out there with Trey Murphy, and it's Messi in at the center position. McCollum looks around. Rebounded by Green. And the Warriors with possession. It's a three-point game. Murray's shot is good.
And that's what happens when you let MP get positioning inside.
And just about a minute into this first quarter. Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Thanks, guys. A big move for the Pelicans this summer, trading for DeJounte Murray, a versatile and durable lead guard who's proven to be one of the best clutch players. His acquisition directly addresses some of the Pelicans' greatest needs. And, guys, I'm very interested to see how this plays out.
A big piece. Okay, Shams, appreciate the update. And he tries it off the glass, but it's no good.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
This is not his quarter. He needs to give up some touches and recalibrate.
Oh, wasted no time on that one.
Well, if you're going to give Butler a look from the mid-range, he's more than happy to take it.
Williamson against Butler. Outside Murray. To stop the run. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Well, they missed their first 4 shots, but finally able to get one on the board. Sometimes you just need to see that first one go down.
To the middle. Here's Murray. Lays it up and in, despite excellent defense. Murray's gotten his second bucket of the game. The Pelicans have gone 1 of 5 to start things off. And it's Willie Green calling the timeout here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. He's checked in for Murray. Showing the numbers from last NBA season, the leaders in team steals. In third, the Pelicans.
And this is a team that takes great pride in being aggressive on the defensive end. They take good risk and know when to go after opportunities for steals.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Fader on the way. Pajemski grabs the board.
He just couldn't finish the job that time, and too bad, because it was a nice look.
Jones against Murray. Over Jones. And all around the rim that time before dropping. MP's got 6.
An outstanding first quarter from the...
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Steve Kerr gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. He said when Zion is healthy and right, you can't really stop him, but you can try to contain him, stop his dribble drive, force him to hit shots over the top of you. Sounds like they're going to try to make him a jump shooter tonight.
Thank you for that, Allie. Butler, good.
I just love the ball.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Boy, they need something to go regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
McCollum on the wing. He's covered by Curry. And that's a foul called on Stephen Curry. That's his first foul. Calls timeout. He wants to review the game plan. But Grant, despite the Warriors' success over the last decade, it hasn't always been this way for this franchise.
Yeah, they didn't have many winning seasons before they got Steph, Clay, and Dre. And you know, BA, from 1978 to 2012, they made the playoffs just 6 times.
Nice shot by Kuminga.
Oh, great recognition there by MP, getting it to the open man.
Pelicans trail by 15. Green out there with Butler. Then there's Brandon Pajemski. Then it's Kuminga. And it's MP in at the 2. That's the Warriors 5. Floats one. Pajemski grabs the board. Pajemski's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Butler. And it's Butler with the jam.
Well, if you give Butler an opening, he will exploit the defense.
New Orleans has gone 0 for 4 from beyond the arc here in the second quarter. Pass to Murray. Launches it. Gets the 3 to fall. Murray's gotten his 2nd bucket on the night.
He's a potent mix of effort and ability. Hard to shut down a player of his caliber.
Murray. And that comes off the assist by Green.
He's been reliable from the floor, and that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Here's Murray. Coming in off a 14-point game last time out. Drives to the hoop. Pajemski grabs the board.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Pass to Green. On the wing, Murray pulls it from the corner. And again, it's Golden State.
Well, if you blinked, you missed MP getting that shot off.
And so it's Murray who brings up the ball for the New Orleans Pelicans. They trail by 18. Screen by Olynyk. Puts it up. Again, the miss by Murray.
Coaches loathe empty possessions. You got to be able to hit the easy ones.
Up and over McCollum. And there's Murray. That one's good. And the assist from Butler. Murray's got 12 points. 44 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Murray scanning the floor. To the left side wing. Williamson passes to Murray. 5 on the clock. Warriors with the rebound. Pajemski's got his 7th rebound here tonight. MP shot is off. Pass to Murray. Some solid defense from Butler.
Aggressive mindset, but the defender just as determined to send him away empty-handed.
A dominating first half of play, and so far it hasn't been close. Warriors ahead, running away with it. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
Thanks for tuning in. Did you miss us? Before we discuss the game at hand, let's first check out the upcoming schedule.
Well, looking at the Warriors, you expect this game to go down to the wire, and if it does, it'll be good for the coaches to see who performs well late in a tight game.
Invaluable information, no doubt. Switching back to that first half of action, everything's been working for the Warriors.
When you could dominate on the boards like that, this is how it's going to be, physically.
Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now take you back over to the third quarter with...
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
The numbers say it all. He spent the first half playing efficient ball.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
Second half underway. Here's who Willie Green's got on the floor. Murray and McCollum make up the talented backcourt. Trey Murphy out there with Zion Williamson. And it's Messi in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Jimmy Butler's such an all-around player. He said, I don't need to be a 40-point scorer. My role is to impact winning. I just control what I can control in the end, play the right way, stay aggressive, and do whatever it takes to get my team to win. And Brian, he is good at his job.
Well, playoff Jimmy is a real thing, whether he'll admit it or not. All right, Coach, what are some qualities you're looking for in a lead guard?
Well, look, you want a guy that can make plays, that can control the game. When I first got into the league, people thought about point guards as traditional pass-first guys, but now it means more than that. You want a guy who can make plays, whether it's for himself or for his teammates.
And there's the 8-second violation as they can't get it across half court in time. Pelicans trail by 21. And if you're just joining us, we played just over a minute here in the third. They set a pick. Three-pointer. Rebounded by Green. Green's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Well, he just doesn't have it right now. It's as simple as that. And his team is struggling as a result.
And this is where Butler wants to attack you. Ground zero.
New Orleans has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. And last year, Coach, the Pelicans winning 49 games, their second most ever.
Yeah, Brian, but despite that, they got swept by OKC in the first round, and that just tells you how difficult the West is. New Orleans was the 8th seed. In the East, they get the 3 seed.
And we've got a timeout called by Willie Green. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Looking at the best in free throw shooting last year in the NBA. Stephen Curry is second.
Very steady at the line. He's a guy who isn't rattled easily, and that shows in his free throw shooting numbers.
Just over 1.5 minutes have passed in the third quarter. They get it back. Williamson with the bucket.
Yeah, you gotta love the hustle there by Zion, extending that possession.
And here's Curry. He's got 11 to the inside. Murray. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry. Curry's got his 4th assist in this one.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Pass to Messi. McCollum with it. There's a screen. Fade away. Rebounded by Green. Green's got 6 rebounds in the game. Grant, when you look at Draymond Green's career, you think he's going to the Hall of Fame?
You know, B.A., I believe so. He's won multiple titles, and we know how impactful he has been as a defender and distributor especially. I think we'll see him in Springfield one day.
Back to Murray. And it's Stephen Curry with the rebound. And so it's Curry with it. He brings it up for the Warriors. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 25. And he makes it.
Yeah, and unlike a lot of other young players, MP has shown he's comfortable working in the mid-range.
Williamson looking around. McCollum outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Warriors pull it in. Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Here's MP. Williams grabs the board. The Pelicans have gotten just 25% of their shots to fall since the half. 2 for 8. Pass to Messi. Now McCollum. Here's Williamson, defended by Murray. The 3 is up. And again, New Orleans no good.
Well, his shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Butler's shot is good.
Well, I think the kids would say Jimmy was in his bag, right?
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
They still need this. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. Inside, here's MP. And it's Murray finishing it off.
Yeah, when we talk about MP's unlimited potential, we're referring to nights like this one.
Murray with it. He's got 5. Here's McCollum. Misses from close range.
They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And Williamson with the block. And it goes out of bounds. Warriors will go with a different look here. Payton's checked in for Butler. Moody comes in for Green. MP's checked in for Podziemski. And it's Buddy Hield in for Stephen Curry. And a change for the Pelicans. Murray's checked in for Jones. Murray with it. Kuminga defends. Murray, no good.
Well, if you have the space, you have to take that shot. He missed it, but he's trying to keep the defense honest.
They've got MP. Gary Payton II is out there with Kuminga. Then it's Moody, and it's Hield in at the point. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Hits the trifecta. Hield's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Long-range shots like that, almost effortless for Hield. Every chance he gets, he'll take that shot.
Outside Murray. Rebounded by Hield.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
And Kuminga throws it down.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Warriors.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And they pick up their 4th win of the year. Every victory so sweet in the association.
It's just the start of this season series with 3 games left between them, but it must feel great to take the first meeting.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Stephen Curry.
You look forward to playing with someone who doesn't just move the ball, but moves it with a purpose.
Murray finds Williamson. Here's Messi. High arcing shot, and the rebound goes to the Warriors. There's 39 seconds left in the final quarter. Moody passes to MP. Misses in close. Here's New Orleans. Pass to McCollum. And the bucket is good.
Well, that's the thing about McCollum. He can absorb the contact and still complete the play.
MP outside. Puts up a deep 3. It's off. And so it's the Warriors taking care of business in this one, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what, give it up for their fans. They love to watch this team dominate. you best believe they're all going home happy tonight.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, I'm Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
Right, MP. They can't stop you.